Greenwood contract extension has been hinted about, and Man United are so much into extending Greenwood's contract to at least to either keep him here for more 2 years. What's the intention? This is where Fabrizio Romano comes in through to obviously clear out all the speculations that are going to obviously be put outside there on whether Mason Greenwood is going to be kept at Man United or not. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and we're also going to talk about Garnacho and Ahmad now under the same management. Good to hear. And how Eric Ten Hag went ahead to attend the party of the under-18s as they went ahead to obviously find themselves in a position of celebrating the winning of the under-18 league tournament that was really put outside there, and United was really the winners. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button and let's see close to 300 likes in this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on a daily. Came in a little bit late, but I tell you, at the end of the day, we will have 3 stories in, and we'll summarize it all, call to the day with a live stream like we did yesterday. Now, let's start it off as we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and may the living to God bless you and bless you abundantly. Now, we do have the following, and it's Grammy Bailey. Manchester United have informed Mason Greenwood that they are triggering his 1-year contract extension, tying him down until 2026. That's what Grammy Bailey is really saying, that Man United have gone ahead to inform Greenwood that they are going to trigger his 1 year. Now, after having a very good debut season of 2019-2020, he signed a contract that saw him earn £75,000 a week. That is Mason Greenwood for you, for the club of Manchester United. And it was for 5 years plus an option 1 year. So 5 years are elapsing next summer, and there is 1 year onto the contract. And United have gone ahead to obviously tell Greenwood that we are going to really trigger your contract for another year, such that we are having you here for 2 years. Now, the big question is, do Man United plan to keep Mason Greenwood or not? That is it. And this is where Fabrizio Romano comes in through to obviously tell us what he thinks about the situation of Mason Greenwood and Man United. And in his own words, via his ex, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and told us the following, that Man United position is still the same and clear, planning to cash in on Mason Greenwood this summer as priority. Final decision to be made at the end of the season, but Man United are open to permanent move for Mason Greenwood. Funds would be okay for the FFP, that is the financial fair play, also to be reinvested. That is it. So, if you hear Fabrizio Romano talking, you get to know that he is the fly on the wall. He is speaking to the agents of these players. He's speaking to people close to Man United, and he obviously lets us know exactly what the plan of Manchester United is. Mason Greenwood is really in epic form, and if at all you want to maximize his sale, all you have to do is simple. You have to find yourself into a position of obviously having him tied on a longer contract. If you're having him on a contract of 1 year, no team is going to come out to give you the amount of money that you want. That is it. No team is going to come out to give you the amount of money that you want. And this is the boy that over the weekend went ahead to score a brace when they are playing against Almeria, and Greenwood scored in the 27th minute and the 48th minute. That is Mason Greenwood for you into that game of football. So after him having such a performance, he is really doing in very many things. I mean, look at his tally this season, it's really increasing. I've gone ahead to see people downplaying his stats and his performances, that they are not all that calling. But for a player who has been playing, who has not been playing for almost 2 years, to come in through and really play 28 games in the La Liga, score has 8 goals and 6 assists, that is really very surprising, because he hasn't been playing football. Now, compare him with Anthony. Anthony has been at Man United. This is the 2nd season. He's not scoring goals. You know, look at Garnacho. Garnacho is he has 7 goals and I think they 6 assists this season. Greenwood has gone ahead to obviously score more than him. It shows you his levels. and teams are really gonna be up for him as a player. And United are really triggering his other year because they know to it that if they go into negotiations with teams when they are really having a 2-year contract tied onto Greenwood, they will be in a better negotiating position. But the moment United starts negotiating with teams when they are into a 1-year contract left, then they won't be into a strong negotiating position. That is it. So they are doing this to see to it that the negotiations of Mason Greenwood really have a very good stance that is really strong for the club of Man United and finally show up exactly what United want. It is rumored that £40 million are really needed, but with the form and how the boy looks like he's gonna come in through and obviously epitomize his season, I tell you, we might see him really doing the needful and really hitting the ground to the level of scoring even 10 goals plus and putting in 10 assists for a player who is just 22 years of age, and he is putting in those stats, having not gotten to play football for a very long time. He deserves some huge amount of money. I think he should be even more than £40 million. When you look at the remaining games for Getafe, they have to play Atletico Bilbao, Cadiz, Atletico Madrid, Alaves, and Mallorca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tell you, he might score 10 goals plus. That is it. 10 goals and 10 assists will be good for Man United. I've always told you my stance on Greenwood. I would love to see him back, but the situation at Man United cannot really allow him back. Sir Jim Ratcliffe cannot really see himself falling out with the fans because of this decision, because that United fan base is divided over Mason Greenwood. Some want him to go, some want him to stay. Now, in the due course, you have to choose what you want better, and I think the best thing for Ineos is that sell this guy and leaves. And for the confirmation that he's going to leave, as I told you, when I told you that United have gone ahead to make their priority target as Olise, that was a confirmation that Man United was willing to let Mason Greenwood go. Because if they are willing to keep Mason Greenwood, then they would have gone ahead, obviously coming through and given us a very huge go at this and said, all right, we are gonna do the needful and give you the best and bring back Mason Greenwood. But the moment they made a decision that Mason Greenwood should, a player who plays in the same position like Mason Greenwood, it was like it's over. Though you would at least think that, or you would otherwise think that Mason Greenwood can also play as a centre forward, and Man United is looking in for centre forward. Maybe they can get him in to compete with Rasmus Højlund. So it's still there, but I think 90% of the chances indicate that Greenwood is going to be put onto the market and sold. But I really like that, because if Getafe is to take 20% of the amount of money that Man United is going to sell Mason Greenwood, if it's 40 to 50 million pounds, that means Getafe will walk away with like 10 million pounds in their pockets, and Man United will stay with 40. But if I'm Man United, I put there what we call a resell clause, because not a resell, a sell-on clause, because we all know that teams like Juventus are interested in him, and he's gonna go there and hit the ground running. After hitting the ground running, I tell you what, very many huge teams will come in for him, and Juventus will sell him for like 100 million pounds. That is like 120 million euros. If United put in a 20%, sell-on clause, I think they can see themselves bagging in some 20 more million pounds from Mason Greenwood. And at the end of it all, they would have gone ahead to collect close to 70 million pounds from the sale of Mason Greenwood. And I might be here talking selling him 100 million pounds, yet by that time he'll be like a 200 million pound player. If he goes and tears that Italian Serie A apart or La Liga in the next 2-3 years, he will be just 25. And with 25 years, you've just gone ahead to hit your prime. And I tell you, he's a special talent of a player, and wait for him to see to it that how he's really gonna make it. But I tell you, I've lost hope. He's not gonna come in through at the club of Man United. The big story that follows is Amad Diallo and Garnacho. Story confirmed to us by Mail Sport. Alejandro Garnacho and Amad Diallo may be competing for a place on the wing at Man United, but Amad has just signed with Garnacho's agent Carlos Cambeiro. Obviously, this agent might be really good. Why? Because he went ahead to obviously get a better deal for Garnacho when he was still young. And any goodness of the agent depends on how he really secures positions for their clients. And now he has gone ahead to obviously get this in. And I tell you, Ahmad is a more better player than Garnacho. Skill set, he's really good. And obviously, we wait to see how things really pan out. But it is really exciting that Ahmad has gone ahead to get a better agent, meaning that if he had a better agent, would have gone ahead to obviously find himself in a position of really negotiating better loan transfers, and wouldn't have gone ahead obviously keep him in here. But all in all, we wait to see what the plan of Amad Diallo is going to be. Is he going to be kept at the club of Man United? All that and more into what we are yet to feed you into your ears. But when you go to Linked, obviously they tell you that Carlos Cambeiro is a lead sports management and previously worked in finance before becoming an intermediary. He's fluent in Spanish, Portuguese, and English. He brings leaders and vast experience. That is the agent. And he has gone ahead to get in a very good player. And all he needs to do first for the guy is to really negotiate ample playing time. And if at all there is no ample playing time, he should get him a side that can obviously see him go further. Because this boy just signed for United in 2020. And I think he signed a contract of 6 years, meaning that he still has some other years left. And United can at least extend his contract and loan him out, provided Erik ten Hag is not in the mode to obviously give him what we call enough playing time. You know, so we wait and see how Amad Diallo is gonna feature with this guy, and obviously we will be good to go. Now let's go to the last episode, or the last story of this first episode of the day, of Ten Hag attending the party, our celebration part of the under-18. It's no longer news to you if at all you watch this channel that United under-18 went ahead to win the league of the under-18s, and we've been told by Mail Sport Ten Hag attended the under-18 title celebration at the training ground to congratulate the players, and captain Finlay McAllister is said to have given a good speech to the group. Now, I know the connection that these youngsters really have with Erik ten Hag. He has gone ahead to get close to 5-6 players from that group of players that play for the under-18s and under-21s, and given them their debuts. And recently went ahead obviously give Whitley a debut as he's playing against Sheffield. That is how good this boy, Erik ten Hag is. And these are all affirmations that why would the club of Man United allow the manager to really associate with these young players, yet he's not gonna be here. Ten Hag has gone ahead obviously spot already players in this under-18 that can obviously get into the team of Man United. For example, Whitley has already gone ahead to make the debut. Then there is this other player called Shialesi, is another one. There is Amaz, is also a left back, and he's really talented and very good. Those of the players that are going to get in through from the under-18 and obviously given them a go: Kambwala, Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Dango. You get all those players. He has gone ahead to give them a very good go and their debuts at the club of money. That's why it's really very interesting as it stands right now, and no one is really gonna not want this man to stay. And these boys really have huge belief and trust in the manager, because he trains with them, he put them to train with the first team, and they know exactly what Ten Hag's demands are, and he knows who is next in the queue to obviously join the big squad of Man United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Greenwood contract extension coming in through. I welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Erik ten Hag attending the under-18s and Amad Diallo joining Garnacho's football management agency? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I'm out. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and we out.